investigations. Also ahead, minority charges government to arrest and prosecute persons who raided Ken Ofori-Atta's house. And later in the bulletin, in the spirit of Valentine, we ask you what your favorite Ghanaian long song is. And many other stories coming up shortly. Do stay. Grateful for your time. Remember, the bulletin is streaming on our social media handles at GHOne TV, on Facebook and on X. Now to our first story. The New Patriotic Party has slammed the OSP for what it describes as unreasonable declaration of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta as a wanted man and a fugitive of justice during a press conference on Wednesday. Special Prosecutor Kesi Ejabin said the former Finance Minister is being investigated in the 5 cases, including the National Cathedral Project Strategic Mobilization Limited (SML). The opposition NPP has mounted a spirited defense for the former finance minister. Addressing the media in Accra, national organizer of the party, Henry Nana Boakye, said the declaration is a national embarrassment.
Mr. Ofori-Atta can never be a fugitive. He is not a fugitive, and he will never be a fugitive. The OSP got it wrong. Once Mr. Ofori-Atta's doctors declare him fit and healthy, he will return to the country. Until then, the special prosecutor should avoid making sensational statements, provoking public emotions, and creating drama over the matter that could have been adequately resolved through correspondence. If you label your former finance minister as a fugitive, which indeed is not so, what you are doing is that it's a national embarrassment. It amounts to national embarrassment, when indeed the length of your correspondence is just 2 weeks and you can't wait. It's not as if the person is lost. The person cannot be traced.
National organizer of the NPP, Henry Nana Boakye, also added that the OSP lacked the power to declare Ken Ofori-Atta wanted, and that only the courts can do so.
What is so urgent that if he could have waited 2 years before he interviewed Sam Mahama in the famous Airbus issue, then why this haste? You request the presence of somebody, the person say that I'm out of the jurisdiction for medical attention. You have received letters from his lawyers. You have received letters from the hospital signed by a medical doctor. And all of these correspondence is just within 2 weeks. Then quickly you label the person as a fugitive. Very, very bizarre situation. If somebody is declared a fugitive, it means that person cannot be reached, cannot be traced. You don't even know where the person is, and at least you give yourself a reasonable time after a search. In any case, the OSP lacked that power to declare anybody wanted. It is only the court that can do so.
Now, still on issues related to the former finance minister, the minority in parliament is charging government to arrest and prosecute persons who raided the homes of former appointees, including the former finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Addressing the media in parliament, deputy minority leader Patricia PJ accused government of using state agencies to harass former appointees and questioned the move by the special prosecutor to declare Mr. Ofori-Atta a wanted fugitive, especially when no charges had been leveled against the former minister.
Rise of an alarming trend where political witch hunt in the form of orchestrated harassment of former government officials, threats, targeted attacks, and state-sponsored aggression and intimidation are being used as tools to settle political scores. Ghana's political climate is undergoing a perilous shift, and we will not tolerate the erosion of our democracy. For such incidents to occur under a government that once vehemently condemned the use of military force in political matters or for political ends is not only the height of hypocrisy, but also a shameful betrayal of democratic principles. The very leaders who cried foul over what they claim to be military intimidation while in opposition are now wielding state power in an even more reckless and tyrannical manner. This is not governance. It is a hostile takeover, reminiscent of regimes that thrive on suppression, intimidation, and fear.
Meanwhile, Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga has apologized for the raid in the home of the former finance minister.
Excellency President John Dramani Mahama remains committed to ensure that the rights and liberties of every individual is respected or are respected. So, Speaker, secondly, I make this statement on the basis of the commitment of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to reset this country, which means that everybody must act in compliance with the law and the mandate of institutions. And so I have called the relevant stakeholders in the matter to find out exactly what happened. So, Speaker, it is true that the private residence of the former Minister of Finance was entered into by operatives of the military and the police led by somebody who we believe works at the National Security Coordinator's Office. Mr. Speaker, his name is Mr. Jakwa. Mr. Speaker, we have investigated the matter, and we want to say and assure our fellow countrymen and our colleagues in this House that we have received assurances from the Office of the National Security Coordinator that it was not intended that that should happen, and that occurrence is most regrettable and unfortunate, and he wants to give this House his word and assurance that a thing like that should never happen again. So, Speaker, I have also spoken with the Minister of Interior, who has spoken with his IGP, and I've spoken with the Minister of Defense, and all of them give their assurance to this House that a thing like that will not happen again.
Meanwhile, Deputy Director of Operations at the Presidency and NDC Deputy General Secretary Mustafa Gbande has fiercely criticized the NPP and the minority in Parliament for defending former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Speaking on News Tonight on Thursday, Mustafa Gbande described Ofori-Atta as a known criminal who, in his view, committed numerous financial offences against Ghanaians, warranting multiple investigations. He further cautioned the minority, stating that nothing will prevent the new government from ensuring that all individuals suspected of wrongdoing against the state are held accountable.
Atta is not just a fugitive, he is also a very wicked fellow who have collapsed people's banks, in the back of it used his own companies to profit in state transactions. We all know that he supervised colossal dissipation of the public purse. We know that. Is it strange? I have also heard my name be mentioned, that I've threatened the minority leader. I've never said that anywhere. If they had called for my invitation, I will straight away tomorrow tender myself to the BNI. As for arresting them, the game is yet to begin. They should sit and tighten their belts. It will be hot, it will be straight, it will be in the interest of the people of Ghana. Anybody under President Akufo-Addo's regime who have one way or the other stolen money, been involved in any corrupt deal at the expense of the people of Ghana will be arrested, will be prosecuted, and will be jailed if found guilty. Not for the purposes of political expedience, but for the justice of the people of Ghana. Look, let me tell you, most of the information at our disposal were not supplied by NDC people, but NPP people who believe their people who was in government perpetrated a lot of crime against this country. And so when you have your own party calling for justice and you sit in Accra after you have eaten and you are satisfied, you are benefiting from the loot, you come and gather press conference and be speaking, it won't wash.
Away from politics and governance, President of the Wisconsin International University College, Dr. Paul Finn, has called on students to embrace university education as a means for community development. Speaking during the launch of the 25th anniversary of the institution, Dr. Finn emphasized the values of Wisconsin International University College, urging students to exhibit excellence, integrity, and commitment to service in shaping the future.
You are not working for Paul Finn, you are working for the community. It's a community development. If I die, can I carry the whole building with me and put it in the grave? No, it's it. If my family, anybody takes over, no, they can't take it away. It's for the community. Let's see it as a community development to help the people, not to single people out.
Member of Parliament for the Dom Kwabena constituency, while lauding the institution, also urged them to embrace technology and promote the learning of vocational courses to help create jobs for the students.
You have indeed marked your name in our country's education system, and we celebrate you for pioneering this vision. Invest in research, embrace technology advancements, and build stronger collaboration locally and internationally.
Founded in 1998, the Wisconsin International University College continues to churn out graduates ready for the job market. In business, the new Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Free Zones Authority, Dr. Mary Ewusi, has pledged to address the inadequate water supply within the Free Zones enclave to enhance industrial productivity. Speaking during a visit to the enclave for the first time since assuming office, Dr. Ewusi assured stakeholders that the authority will work towards the realization of President John Maham's 24-hour economy policy. It was a moment of hope for businesses operating within the Free Zones enclave as the new Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Free Zones Authority, Dr. Mary Ewusi, embarked on a familiarization tour of the area. With industrial operations heavily dependent on water, concerns over erratic water supply have long hindered productivity in the enclave. Dr. Ewusi, during the visit, assured stakeholders that addressing this challenge remains a top priority.
I will therefore resource the Tema office to enable them address some of your issues locally and provide timely responses to the operational challenges. For the companies outside the enclave, I understand you face similar challenges as well, including power outages, water supply, and bad access routes. We will try and work with the relevant authorities to ensure that some of your challenges are addressed as well.
Beyond fixing the water supply challenges, the new CEO reaffirmed her commitment to implementing President John Maham's 24-hour economy policy, a move expected to drive foreign investment and job creation.
By fostering a business environment that supports round-the-clock operations, we can enhance productivity, drive exports, and create sustainable jobs. The Free Zone scheme is already positioned to facilitate globally competitive enterprises. And through planned investments in infrastructure, reliable power supply, and strengthened security, we will ensure that businesses within the Tema Export Processing Zone and beyond can always operate efficiently.
The Free Zones Enclave is home to several multinationals and local businesses, but infrastructure gaps and operational constraints have slowed their full potential. Business owners express optimism about Dr. Ewusi's commitment to boosting efficiency and attracting new investors. And let's do some Valentine stories now. As we celebrate Valentine's Day today, some Ghanaians are in a romantic spirit by celebrating the beauty of love and relationships through the timeless sounds of highlight music, from classic hits by Amachi Dede and Kojo Entry to modern renditions by Akwaba and Kwabna Kwamna. There's more.
Hi there, we are in the month of love, and in the spirit of the season, we are out here to find out from you what your best Ghanaian love song is.
I like Daddy Lumba love song. Semeniwaya, and the enemy
Great song. It's Kwabna Kwabna. Onimi Royal Lady. Royal Lady. I think that's all I can remember.
Kwabwa, Odoseya no Domi.
Adult music. Kwabna Kwabna. That's my favorite.
My favorite song, because my heart has been broken before, that's David the Baby.
Happy Valentine's Day. Love you, babes. I want to wish my hubby, I love him more and more and more. Happy Valentine, baby.
And there you have as well, add up to your playlist and make your Valentine's Day a special one.
Interesting song selections there. But before we wrap up, today, GHOne TV in collaboration with Alisa Hotel is bringing you the Duvet Experience, which features two events, the Love Fair and also the Duvet Experience itself. Today, between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., the public is entreated to visit the forecourt of the Alisa Hotel to shop for unique and romantic gifts whilst they mingle and network with people. There will be also an intimate dinner party today at 7 p.m. and will feature performances by Esla SL, Bed Buddy, Amanova, Kofi Bright, and a sensational High Life band. And this will wrap up this morning's bulletin. Grateful for your time and a happy Valentine's to everybody. We leave you with Teresa.